What's up, guys? Welcome back to Toy Addicts Anonymous. I'm the Badass Reviews, Carlos. I'm by myself today. No, just kidding. Of course, I always have good people around me, and this time I have my good friend, family, pretty much, and part of the crew at this point. Mega J, what's up, man? How's everything?
What's up? How's it going, Carlos?
How's Canada? How's the snow?
How's the snow? It is snow. It's crazy up here, but no, we're doing well, Carlos. Thank you. Thank you for
Awesome,
asking.
awesome. And we have a special guest tonight, and it's none other than my good friend, amazing person, awesome photographer, and also a retailer, Articulated Times. What's up, Steve? Steve Mank.
How are we doing tonight, fellas?
Everything good, man. Everything good. Busy, but busy is good.
Absolutely.
So, let's enter to the topic right now because that's pretty much the thumbnail of what I have here. And is what's Blake is in the house. Let me say hi to the chat. And Blake is right here. We have five people right now. What's up, Blake? How's everything? It's been snowing good here in Oregon. Oh, he's in Oregon. Huh.
Nice.
That's nice. So,
What's up, Blake?
let's go right now into the topic. The Spider-Man, the Maximum Series Spider-Man went up today for pre-order and is sold out in minutes in the Hasbro Pulse site. It's sold out in minutes in Amazon, and I don't know if still up in BBTS or Entertainment Earth. I'm not sure at this time, but it was still up when I checked the last time.
Yeah.
So let me hear you guys. What about that?
I think I know people were sticker shock at the $50. It's Spider-Man. It's gonna sell. It's very well articulated. It's gonna sell. Again, the amount of accessories getting that $50 price tag, like what does that mean going for future releases? Is everything gonna have just that packed out accessory set now going forward? And is that going to be a standard across the board? Don't know. With Spider-Man, you definitely have tons of options on things you could use. So it's nice that they packed in a lot of variability in there, which is a nice thing. $50, that's a big jump up. Because what were they typically go on? They're 27, 25, 27, something like that?
25, 27, yes.
But also with what we're seeing now, the main a quarter of the market is adult collectors, right? Folks that are going to have a few more bucks compared to that 10-year-old that's working on allowance kind of thing. So there's pluses and minuses with that. Plus you're getting the adult collector taken care of, and then minus that new fan, are you automatically pricing them out of the market?
BBTS still has up for pre-order right now. King Collector, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Jay, what are your thoughts about that Spider-Man, man?
So we're coming to a new world, guys. Like Hasbro's talking about not making toys. Chris Cox is saying that he wants to be a game company now, man. Like the world's changed. The toy world is changing. Things are moving in different directions. We don't know. The world of toys is shrinking, man. Like it's a crazy time. And when you think about it, right? What they're trying to do with this Maximum Spider is they're trying to do import style articulation, right? Like let's like drop hips, you know what I mean? Super articulation on the abs, on the double elbows, the double knees, everything, right? Exactly. So now they're trying to compete in the international market, right? And this is their first foray into that, right? It comes with a whole bunch of accessories, webs, hands, spider sense, and different heads, right? So it very much is packed out like an import figure. And in a lot of ways, it's about $20 less than an import figure, 20 or $40 less than an import, depending on the make.
Depending on the
Depending on the make. So we're looking at Super 7 type of pricing now, right? And Super 7 has what? 1/3 the articulation. You know what I mean?
Did they have articulation?
I thought there was reaction.
I'm sorry.
But I mean, that's what's happening right now. So, well, before today's announcement, people were saying 60, 70, 80.
Mm.
People were throwing around $80, right? I don't think it would have. I don't think it would have flown the way it did today at $80. I think
Agreed.
some stock at
Are
80.
we surprised it's sold out that quick in Hasbro Pulse and Amazon?
At 50
I'm not
bucks.
surprised.
At 50
Yes.
bucks. At 50 bucks, no. 50 bucks, I can see why. I can see why.
Okay. So you guys agree that it's justified the $50 comparing to the situation. I mean, the sold out and everything.
Yeah.
I did a poll on my Instagram, right? And I think I have the test was pretty much like 100 people that I checked. They actually answer, because some people don't look at the options, the voting stuff, but it was kind of like 112 people vote. I think the last result I got there was like 65 versus 35. 35 says yes, I'm gonna buy it. 65 says no, I will not. But to me, it's a situation of kind of like FOMO stuff.
Right.
Also because, I mean, listen, I was in the fence. But again, I have a YouTube channel. I need to do reviews, So I was like, you know what? Let me get one just for the sake of doing the review, and I'm gonna order through Hasbro Pulse because it's the fastest route, right? And I'm a Pulse member, so anyways, will be like free shipping and stuff like that. But it came to $53, 53 and change.
Not terrible.
Yeah. My point is this, and I'm gonna be on the opposite side of the situation. I'm gonna show you guys something here. Let me go ahead and share an image. I'm gonna share a screen here, and I want to go to this exclusive. Let me go here. So I was checking the Black Widow from the Target exclusive Black Widow, and it's this one right here. Let me go here, scroll this, see more. The original
Black
one,
suit one, or
the black one. The black one was the original one, I believe. That was the first one. This one right here, and I don't know. Can you see it on the screen?
it's very small.
Let me share with you, because I'm not Mega J. I'm like a little bit slow on this. I think it's this one. Yes, it's that one. Let me go ahead here to share with people. So, percent.
But
Let me remove.
while you're pulling that up, though, there's definitely growing pains with any of it, right? I mean, I can remember a time when like $10 to $15 for a Marvel Legend, and then I remember people getting crazy about a $20 price tag, and that was probably in the early 2010s, 2012s or so, something like that. So it's bound to happen over time with any company. I mean, that's with inflation being what it is. The fact is, you got to make it make sense with accessories. If you're gonna have a higher price tag, you want it loaded out as much as you can.
Yeah, the one I have right here. So that Black Widow right there, I think was $35, right? I'm not wrong.
30 or 35. It felt like it was
30 or $35, and it was a whole new sculpt, and she came with three pairs of hands, three different heads, weapons, smoke effects, muscle effects, and everything, and that was $30, man.
Mm-hmm.
That was, I mean, and that was like what, maybe a year and a half ago or so.
A year and a half ago, yeah. But
yeah,
a lot of people still say that this is one of the best Black Widows.
And I totally miss on that figure, because I thought that figure will be forever in Target, and I was totally wrong.
I'll tell you what, man, I don't see much of Marvel Legends in my Targets around my area. I feel like it's been bare for months. So I don't know if they were making room for something else, but or just dialing back in general. But now is that strictly an exclusive, or are we going to see that at other retailers, or is that
I
strictly
think
Hasbro?
this is gonna be everywhere, right, Jay?
Okay.
Yeah, right now it's on Big Bad Toy Store. It's on Entertainment Earth. If anybody wants to go pick it up while you can,
Yeah.
I think a lot of people. I think this is going to be a very much an experiment. I think a lot of people are gonna look at this and say, you know what, and people are gonna try this, and the reason
Yeah.
they're gonna try it is just like you, Carlos, and they're gonna basically say, um, is it as good as SH Figure Arts? Is it as
I want,
good?
I want to, I want to check. I want to check
Yeah.
that figure because this is the thing, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not like a yes man of import figures because import figures also have their flaws, right? Like for example, that first Spider-Man from Mafex, that Spider-Man came with so many issues. It looks incredible. It looks amazing, but that figure was having breakage like all over the place with the pecs. Like I remember, it
Was
was
that
terrible.
the first one, like the Amazing Spider-Man, or was that the 75?
The first one that had the it was more darker, more like shading, and
Okay.
I think the color were more platinum, like the blue were
Yeah. So that'd have been 75.
darker.
Yeah. There was tons of QC issues with that. The web lines were all squiggly and everything like that. So there definitely inconsistencies with that. The
Yeah,
re-release was definitely a much needed upgrade with that.
the more cartoonish one, right? The colors, right?
Yes. Yeah. And then they had another one, 185, which was more the powder blue and red, more comic accurate, I feel like.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Correct. So thank you so much, Dave Dimensions. And Blake says, you know what's gonna happen? This figure is gonna deliver, and then all the haters will be upset that they
Didn't get one.
criticize the price wise. Yeah, listen, I got the figure because mainly I was like, what if? Because I was in the fence. I'm gonna be 100% honest. I was in the fence, and I was like, what if the figure ended on being amazing?
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna be kicking my own butt because I didn't buy it. So I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Look at what I pay for SH Figuarts now. The way it looks like painless, super articulated, $49.99. I mean, listen, SH Figuarts, you can find SH Figure at least here in my area and Target for $35.
Yeah, that's more of a commonplace. I remember like 10, 15 years ago, getting an import anywhere around here
It was
was
impossible.
$200. Yeah,
It was
impossible.
impossible. Now you have all the. Actually, I went to Walmart today and I saw the Super Saiyan God Goku.
Mm-hmm.
They have one already, and that's the exclusive, right? And that's $35. Remember, it was a SDCC exclusive with the red hair. Well, they re-released that one now as a regular release, and it's on Walmart.
Yeah,
$35.
Yeah, 35. Yeah, I feel like they had that one, the blue-haired one. Oh God, they've had a few different releases, but I like how it's more commonplace for SH Figure Arts, at least seeing that stuff in Target aisles and stuff like that. I think the big thing, like if I'm comparing this to anything, like I'm almost reminded like when Mezco first came out with the 112 line. I remember people were like, "Oh, there's no way I'm spending $65 because that's what it was at the time for something with soft goods and all these hands. I don't care how great it
The
looks."
Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah, dude, and that ended up being like a home run. So I can't imagine that this is going to be a fail by any means. This is them just testing the market, and obviously it succeeded. So the question being is if they're going to have these more limited, where it's a specialized all-in kind of accessories, where would they go next from here? Because obviously Spider-Man always sells, like Captain America always sells, Iron Man for the most part always sells. So Wolverine, that would probably be another one I would think of.
Yeah.
But what would be the next going forward? And how soon would they be doing it? If they're only doing a standalone figure, not a wave anymore, how does that work out with when they're going to release it? Because if they're doing one every month, it might be a little crazy. But if they're making it more of like a build up that anticipation and then release, I think that you're definitely going to have more of a return on that. What do you guys think?
Yeah, going back to you, but all grumpy nerd, he's asking, where are you from, guys? So this gentleman right here, he's from Canada. Mega J, the best YouTuber in Canada and one of the best in the world. Serious.
Hitman Hart.
He's super humble. He's super humble.
You're talking about yourself, Carlos.
No.
Yeah, we're definitely all over the place. North America. This is North America. So not sure about pricing. Up here in Canada, I think an SH figure art is probably $95 Canadian.
Canadian, right?
95 Canadian. Depending on where you go, you can find better deals. But so
now, is that the one you find at like a Target, or is that?
We don't have Target anymore.
Damn,
oh, you don't have Target anymore, right?
We don't have Target anymore.
Look who's in the house. Toy Addict. Jorge, what's up, dude? You're supposed to be here, man. Thankfully, I have good friends here that they're helping me running the show. But yeah, talking about Spider-Man fan, Jorge, now that he's here, he had a point where he was saying, I mean, it is McFarlane Spider-Man. Right. It is the McFarlane style Spider-Man. And I think that's one of the key components for this figure to be sold out at this point in some sites. What do you think, guys?
I agree. McFarlane, the thing about like when the Spider-Man Classics McFarlane character came out, God, 15, 20 years ago, and like had the finger articulation, all that stuff.
You're old.
That's still, that's still a very highly regarded figure, even all these years later. The value is still there. So people love McFarlane-esque Spider-Man, so I definitely think that's a win just by having that kind of stylized option.
What do you think, Jay?
I mean, it's pretty obvious. Steve said they're definitely going for the most popular ones, right? And it's kind of funny, you'd think they would have talked to McFarlane first, but obviously he's doing his own thing, right? Mm-hmm. And no matter what, the property belongs to them. But that is the most popular version of Spider-Man, and they posed him exactly like it was looking, like Spider-Man in the McFarlane run. Mm-hmm. So he set the bar for these crazy poses, right? And because of that, they decided, you know what, we're gonna show this off exactly the way people want us to show it off. So yes, 100%, it does make a difference, and it's no surprise that they chose Spider-Man, the most popular Marvel character of all time, right? Does Captain America do those kinds of things? Probably not, right? There aren't that many characters who really go crazy like Spider-Man does in terms of his overall posing, right? So he is the poster child. Literally, he's the poster child for this type of articulation. So yeah, I totally see why they're doing it.
But going back to what Steve was saying, like what's next, and this is really interesting because now that Steve mentioned that, and I never thought on that, it's like, if this Maximum series is successful, it will be the end of regular Marvel Legends. I mean,
yeah, because if they're hitting at a $50 price point, it's kind of hard. It would be kind of crazy for them to like kind of back down. Again, having more tiers on a market obviously is going to help. But again, yeah, I think they're showcasing this more for those adult collectors with everything. Like I said, having a teenage kid that may not have as much money going all in on something like this, that might be a big step up for them. So again, I feel like they might back down a little bit on the wave aspect, if I had to guess, and then maybe make this more of a specialized thing.
Because going back to what Jay was saying at the beginning of the show, and mixing that what you say, it's like Hasbro is saying that they're gonna stepping away a little bit from making action figures, right? And now we have these Maximum series action figures. It makes me think, okay, so they're gonna concentrate on these kind of like high-end type of action figures, making less in the term, like they're not gonna make waves of figures. They're just gonna be kind of like Mafex does, or maybe Mesco does, like one figure every 2 months, maybe or so, and stepping away a little bit from the manufacturing like action figure stuff and just concentrated on this type of like product.
Yeah. Well, I mean, think of like how many times we've heard about people finding stuff at Ross. Something for now $5 or something that
Oh,
used to cost
tell me about it.
So it's like if they're seeing that much of a shift where they have stuff is peg warming, it's not selling, and then they're shipping it to another store to sell it for $5, that's telling me they're taking a pretty big hit. So again, if they're going to have this much stuff that's not moving, again, it would be cost effective for them to make less, if you be honest with it. I would think on that, you want stuff to sell. You don't want stuff to sit on the shelves.
I mean, listen, I went. One of my friends went today, and to a Walmart, and he found the Nacelle Toys Biker Mice of Mars,
Okay.
the bikes,
Yeah.
okay, for $15 each.
How much were they retail?
45.
Yeah, see, that's a big tip. It's
$45, and if you're going to comic stores, they're like around $70.
wow.
In Walmart, $15.
Yeah.
15. He found two. I told him, please pick them up for me. I think I'm missing just the red one. So he picked them up for $15 each. Can you believe that?
Yeah, I have one of them. I remember having these as a kid and everything like that. Again, I know these were I saw these when I was a kid. I don't know how widely popular these were across the board, back in the late 80s, early 90s. I feel like this is early 90s, if I'm not mistaken. So, but yeah, it's definitely kind of an often-ish, so again, if there was no nostalgia or not a lot of a fan base for it, I can't imagine people going out and grabbing this. They're really great figures. Not saying anything less about them, but it's just I think the fan base may not be as big as compared to like a Marvel or something.
I love them. I have the three of them, and they're amazing figures. I mean, really, really cool.
Not Mondo.
That's Mondo. Yeah, that's Mondo. And then you have the other two, Trottle and
Vinny, maybe?
Vinny. Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Vinny is the white one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you can definitely tell it was 90s because again, there's a cyborg arm. I think every character back then had some kind of electronic arm or something like that, or pouches everywhere.
The biker mice were like they should have started with the bikes. They should have already included them. Like one thing about Nacelle, which I don't understand is going on, is they're making nostalgic type of figures, but they're not releasing them with the right the right companions. Like in sectors, they need the little bugs. If they don't have the little bugs, what's the point? You know what I mean? Like
I know.
Stellara, maybe you can get away with her, but not putting Dargon with his with at least the glow in the dark version, with the little bug. That didn't make any sense. I know Dargon comes with a gigantic dragonfly, right? Like, and that's the other thing. If they're going to continue Sectar, they have to do the big bugs. The big bugs was the big feature for Sectars. If you don't do the big bugs, it's not going to work. Microbites from Mars, thank God they got the bikes out, because honestly, they look kind of weird without their bikes. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, half the cartoon they weren't their bikes, but the cartoon's called Biker Mice from Mars. If they don't have their bikes, but in terms of this Maximum Spider, I think the price point is by the way, that's for old grumpy nerd. He's up on
Titan Toys, my friend.
That's right. He's up on Titan Toys right now, $58 USD. So that's including tax. Okay, that's including tax. But for the Maximum Spider, I don't think the price is going to stick around this high. And let me explain where that comes from. I think that this is a big risk. This is a big risk for Hasbro right now. Their CEO seems to be moving away from toys. Right? Like I could harp on that all day. So he seems to be moving away from toys. So this was a big risk in terms of where they're going to be spending their money. And B, this is brand new articulation from the ground up, right? So he's got a drop hips, he's got the butterfly joints, he's got everything that everyone was asking for, and he comes with a crap ton of accessories.
Yeah, and it's a whole new sculpt because that
Yes.
type of articulation they have on this one, which is the one from the 2-pack.
Yeah.
They have the same set of articulation. The only difference is like that one over there is supposedly to be everything is new sculpting.
Yeah.
Everything.
It has to be. It has to be. For the price, it has to be. And the pack out is insane. I don't like these days. The pack out for any average Marvel Legends figure is like 1 or 2 accessories. That's it. Like
Yeah.
you have 2 swappable hands, and you have a blast effect. Or
this just came with two different set of hands. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Go ahead, Jay. I don't mean to interrupt.
No. I was just gonna say that's it. That's all it comes with. And this one comes with 12 accessories, right?
Yeah.
So total. So that's a lot.
I mean that's kind of what helped me make the jump from Marvel Legends to more like the Mythic Legions or the Savage Crucible stuff. When the price point is that narrow and what you're getting accessory wise, it was easy for me to all right, I'll spend a few extra bucks and I'm going to have something that's stylized. It's going to be packed out with accessories, swappable hands, swappable heads. And again, you're getting something pretty durable. I feel like, again, I've had issues before with Marvel Legends with some of the joints being very gummy, some of them not being as sturdy or very warped, even in the package. Obviously, it's something you could fix, with hot water and remolding and everything like that. But, you want something fairly sturdy, especially if it's going to be at a $50 price point now. So,
yeah, I take it back. There are 18 accessories in here. It's crazy.
18?
Yeah, it's like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, and there are 2 webs in here. That's 18.
Wait, doesn't he have the ones for underneath the armpits as well? The webs?
No, does he have the wings? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you go to the promotional images, Jay, there, I don't think they have the.
Yeah, he doesn't have wings, as far as I know.
I know the legs. Now that I've seen that I'm looking at the legs are brand new, because it has the little wrinkles on the upper thigh. The knees are totally different knees, and the foot. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure.
He's got a toe joint. He's got a toe.
Yeah, joint. This one also have the toe joint. Toe joint. But yeah, it's a totally different scope. Whole new scope.
Yeah.
Whole new scope. Yeah, definitely, 100%.
He's got 18 different accessories. That's a lot, right? When's the last time we saw even 5 new accessories with any Marvel character in Marvel Legends? Very, very rare.
Very,
right?
very rare.
So, but does that justify an extra $30? You know what I mean? That's what you got to ask yourself. Are you looking for an extra $30? But this is very much a one-off figure for now. If it takes off, as it sure does seem like it will, they are going to make more. But the way I look at it, they're probably gonna start releasing them with maybe 5 accessories or 6 accessories, and then bring the price down to a $30 figure. You know what I mean? I think it's gonna bump, but it's not gonna be a $30 bump. It's gonna be like a $10 bump. You know what I mean? I think that's probably what's.
You think they're gonna go down?
I think they're gonna reduce the accessories. I think there's going to be there's going to be new figures, new articulation, all that kind of stuff. But it's only going to be 3 or 4, maybe even 5 accessories, and that's it. He has 18 accessories, 18, right? Whereas the figure just had 2, right now, 2 hands, right? Yeah. Magneto. What did Magneto come with on the X-Men 97 the X-Men 97 card? He's got
he
nothing.
Comes with, I think it was 2 heads, right?
That's
and
it.
2 hands.
Yeah.
Right.
And didn't he have the energy effect or no?
Yeah.
I think the energy.
And that was that wasn't that a $25 figure? That was not cheap, right? That was, and the thing is that again, when you look at the Magneto that was released prior to that, he had 4 accessories. 5, he had 2 of those magnetic things, right? That you could attach to his hands, right?
Yeah.
He had two swappable heads. Again, it was going down, and now it's coming back up, right? So
Yeah.
I fully expect that they will start releasing these figures with less accessories, and then bring the price down to something like $35, something like that.
Mm.
At least that would be the smart thing to do, right?
Yeah.
You can't hit people with $50 figures after having figures for only 20 $22 $23. You can't do that, right?
Yeah.
People are gonna like right now they'll do it because it's Spider-Man. He has to do these things, right? Every Marvel Legends fan wants to be able to do this with their Spider-Man. That's really been the key. They want
Yeah.
to do this with their Spider-Mans. They don't want to spend the $80 for an SH Figure Arts, or if you are lucky and you find it in your Target for $35, great. But generally speaking, they don't want to import it from they don't want Big Bad Toy Store to do the markup. They don't want to import it from Japan. So this is a good move for Hasbro. And I think that this probably will be the figure that will raise in price in the future. So
Absolutely.
if you don't grab him now, probably the next release is probably going to have a lot less accessories.
Mm.
It's probably going to be more of a regular Spider-Man. It's not going to be in the McFarlane Spider-Man, right? And there's a lot of things going. The wheels are moving. As I said, I think we're going to see a lot less toys this year. I think we're going to see a lot less releases. I think we're going to see a lot less in terms of like what's going on from Hasbro, at least, because Chris Cox is pretty much he spent $1 billion on video games investment right now. That's crazy,
Yeah.
right? That means he's looking at Wizards of the Coast. He's looking at like Yu-Gi-Oh. He's looking at all these other brands, right? He's refocusing right now.
Yeah.
And I think that's really the biggest concern that we have at this point. Like, when is the buck going to stop? Because unfortunately, the buck stops with him.
Yeah.
At least for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, totally.
Right?
Well, and talking about like you were telling about like sectors and their mounts and stuff like that, and I wonder, what about this?
Ooh.
It ships today. It's on the way.
Yeah.
It's on the way to my house. That's crazy.
I got the notice too.
Wasn't that just like previewed just a few days ago? Like, didn't that come up just a few days ago, or has that been out for a while?
No. This has been teased for about 4 weeks. No, 3 weeks.
I love what they did. I mean, right now they're shipping right now. That's crazy.
Somebody already got one today.
Really?
Let me see if I can find it. Somebody already got theirs in hand. Yeah,
I think it was Eamon got his because Eamon, I think, was he designed, I don't know if it's the art box or something like that, or the actual figure itself. I think he has that on his Instagram. Look for Eamon Donahue. Eamon Donahue.
No, I don't think I have to go that far. Like I could, but here I already got it on He-Man and Master Universe fan group. Yeah. Ian Stellos. He already has
Okay.
it. Yeah.
Can you open that image? I want to see how.
Well, hold on.
You see, the lighting is.
Yeah,
the lighting is.
I want to read this first. So Ian says, "Well, that was fast. I just got my Panther, and all I got to say is, woohoo! This dude looks 100%, 100 times better than than in person than the Mattel promo pics. To the point
It looks like
they even love the metallic finish to it. Something I was very skeptical at first, to say the least. But the eyes are all glass, right? Wow. I haven't seen this in toys before. This is just breathtaking. The bad boy's worth every penny. I already had a purple flock custom, so yeah, he's very happy with. He's very happy. And
let's see those. Yeah, the clear eyes.
It's a glass. See, they're like glass eyes.
Yeah, it's pretty much what I think was Jax did with the Mario figure.
Yep.
Do you have that figure?
I don't have it, but I know what you're talking about.
Oh my god, it's so creepy because you feel that
you, right?
that he follows you.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It follows you. Yeah. But look at this. He looks. Look at that face.
Hey, it looks way better. Let me tell you, I don't wanna like talk shit about people, but man, the guy who took the pictures on Mattel Creations, I mean,
it looks too shiny.
Yeah, too much.
Too shiny. Here, it's a purple.
Yep.
It's not black. it's purple, which is what we want. We wanted purple.
Yeah,
right?
and they get rid of the little black dots, right?
No,
It
I think
looks
he still has it there. You can see them right there. They're very faint.
okay.
They're very faint. I don't know if you took a picture of the back,
Man,
but they're
I like that figure.
yeah, yeah, they're there. Let me see if there's another shot. Hold on. Here, look at these. All right.
Yeah, JP says Eamon did the R box. Yes, that's why he had that.
Yes.
Damien, hi everyone. I got my Egon Boogeyman Mondo set. They say they allow installment, but for us overseas buyers, any information on that, Jay?
Sorry. What was he saying?
The Ghostbusters, Egon, and
Yeah.
Boogeyman from
Yeah.
Mondo. If you have payment plan for overseas,
So I believe they do still have Cecil. You just have to check out as a guest. When you check out as a guest, I think more options come up. Otherwise, you have to use the PayPal um, payment plan. But check out as a guest. That's very important. Look at the head sculpt here, Carlos. It's so much better,
wow, it looks so good.
right? It's so much better. And again, he's purple.
Why they don't give us a battle cat now?
I'm hoping they do a new attorney of Battle Cat. I really hope so. He looks amazing. Look at that tongue. Look at the gums. You know what I mean? The teeth.
Listen, I will pay that $50 for even. I have my battle cat, and I pretty much got that battle cat at the beginning, not at Ross for $5. But I still like that battle cat, the one from Revelations.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's not the Moto Classic ones, but it is really good. I like it because it's beefy, it's big. You know, I don't like the head.
They need to make this in Masterverse. This is the best cat. This is the best. And they need to make a battle cat for Origins in this style because he is the best. Like Cringer is the best cat ever made. Like he is crazy. Like, did you?
Do you have that figure, the one from Origins?
Yeah, the one from Origins. Did you ever pick it up, Carlos?
No, still my target.
You should pick it up just for a really good Cringer. He'll still fit in with your Masterverse. He is amazing. His overall articulation is even better than this, in my opinion.
JP said, "I love that, man. I mean, the figure looks good."
Yeah. We were a lot of us were worried. You know, JP was worried. You were worried. I was worried. But this thing looks amazing. It looks incredible, right?
JP says Vampirella is processing soon. Damian Ristori, what's up, man? King Collector says, whoa, it looks awesome. Way better than the promo pictures. Yeah, totally. Way better. Blake says, Mattel New Eternia Battle Cat, please. Yes, I'm with you, my friend. I'm with you. King Collector, yeah. Still like Battle Cat too. Yeah, everybody wants a Battle Cat. Come on, Mattel Creations. Damian says, if we paint him white and blue, we can have somehow the Thundercats Ultimates.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
What's the name of that?
Snow Meow, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, Snow Meow. Yeah. I mean, Mattel Creations. I mean, listen to your fans. Make a Battle Cat in the new Eternia style, please.
Yeah. I can definitely see that happening.
I think it has to. I think that they're gonna end up doing it, but they.
I mean, they already have the mold.
Right. Yeah, they just needed to make sure this one would fly, right? So I think a lot of people picked them up, and I think that I think that now that they're going to get them in hand, I think a lot more people are going to pick them up. I think a lot of people were worried about the pictures, Carlos.
Yeah, me too. Everybody was worried about the pictures because he looks so shiny.
You can see the spots here. See?
Oh yeah, you're right.
They're there.
It looks incredible.
It's beautiful.
I love that cat, my friend. What is that on the bottom? On that image, that's Mechanic.
It's just
Mechanic, yeah.
Yeah, that's Mechanic. That's Mechanic right there.
He's right below the bridge.
Man, that's one of the best figures also in New Eternia. That Mechanic.
This one, that's interesting though.
So I got a question for you. That figure is already in pre-order the Skelcons?
Yeah, they were pre-ordered last month.
Man, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, well, you can go to
They're still up.
Yeah, if you go to Entertainment Earth right now and go to Skelecons, oops, wrong one. Ah, gosh darn it. Hold on.
I thought I missed on that.
Skelecons. Oh no, it's sold out.
Oh.
Okay, well, let's check BBTS. BBTS usually has them.
Yes, the origin screen there fits perfectly with the classics Revelation and Masterverse figures. Huh?
Yep.
You know, I'm gonna check.
Here, Carlos,
In
it's in
stock.
stock. It's in
Yep,
stock.
I'm gonna get one or two.
Yep.
Get two. Army build those things.
Yep.
Skelcons are awesome, dude.
Skelecons.
I still remember the Masters of the Universe classics ones.
Mhm.
Remember?
Yep, they were incredible. And this
They
one has
were one of the last figures, I think, when Masters of the Universe classics, right?
Yep, they were. They were. And this one has the skulls in the mouth. So
Oh man, I love that. I love that. I need that in my collection. Definitely.
Mhm.
But yeah, man, I mean that was a good surprise, that Panther, man.
Yeah. And I think when people start seeing these pictures, a lot of people are going to jump on it.
I can definitely see that.
Toy Addicts, Jorge is hating. Don't like the battle helmet on this Panther. It looks
a lot
amazing.
of people are saying the same thing. They're like, how does he
I
bite?
like it.
How does he bite people with this in the?
It's like a ram, dude. I like it.
Just kind of hooks them and launches them up.
Yeah, I like that.
I think a lot of people still like the ram's horns on the top.
Yeah, the ram ones. I mean, people are used to that a lot. But I like this new style. I mean, it looks incredible, and the saddle looks amazing. All those spikes. I mean, paint ups, everything. I mean, good figure. And the packaging. The packaging is fantastic.
Yeah.
Really, really cool packaging.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people. Yeah. When you look at this one,
that's terrible, dude.
I mean, it's not terrible, but it's so misleading, right?
It looks so bright.
It's bright. Like if you would have maybe bounced that light a little bit to maybe knock off some
bright like a diamond. Man,
I think it was either the flash or the extreme light, because you look at him in regular lighting, he looks great.
Yeah. Regular lighting, yes, definitely. That hot light was a little bit too much.
Oh, it says he preferred the original Ram Hornet design.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are going to be very much, into the ram horn. But yeah, the coat's way too shiny here. I mean, it looks like it looks like he's made of glass. It looks like he's made of silver. You know what I mean? Like,
Break is on the house. What's up, Break? How's everything, man? No, JP is not out of town. He's actually dropping off his son at the airport. That's why he wasn't here. That's why he's like in vacation, kind of like vacation. Yeah, I mean, I like it, man. I like it. I mean, those eyes, dude.
Yeah, those eyes. That really. The fact they made a translucent glass, like plastic, they look great. They look amazing.
It looks amazing. And I got a question. He comes with just one extra weapon, right? Just the.
Yeah, he comes with the lower forearms, right? He comes with the front forearms.
Okay.
He comes with the helmet, the saddle, and the spear.
But I got a question. I saw in one of the pictures you show a weapon, like a sword, like a black sword or something like that.
I don't know. Did I?
Yeah, on that one. Double check. One of the images from the back, the hook from the back, it has a weapon there, storage.
I think he might have storage, but I don't think he had a.
I don't know. It's that image.
No. Yeah. That's interesting. I think that's the sword that comes with Skeletor. I think that's Skeletor's sword, the one that's riding him right now.
Jorge says he's driving.
Yeah, I think the throne Skeletor. I think he came with this black sword.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it's just a place to hold it, but that's where the See, you can even put an axe in there, right? So
Okay.
he just loaded it up.
Brick says he passed on that Panther, but he has 3 battle cats.
Yeah,
Clearance pickups. I
that's
mean,
those were what's it called? Ross. Those are Ross exclusives.
Ross. Ross clearance, my friend. I
The
mean,
Ross exclusive. RossCon. It was Ross.
Ross.
Well,
Man, like Ross. I mean, I pick up from Ross the cereal characters, Frankenberry and Cone Chocolate from Jada Toys, for maybe like $10 each, and those figures were like 40 something dollars. That's insane.
yeah,
I mean,
it's crazy that we're seeing that much of a dip on things, but it's like when you're pumping out so much, yeah, you definitely going to have a demand that's going to meet that. But
yeah, but you know what? This is going back to that topic that I was talking about, nacelle toys, like how that works. Because I was always asking myself, like, how nacelle toys, which is pretty much a new company, got into a big retailer like Walmart, right?
yeah, they probably had to get, yeah,
that fast, and not just that, but I think it's an unfair competition with the small retailers like like uh, comic stores and stuff like that, where they need to sell that for $45, $50, $60, compete to Walmart, and they're selling that for $15.
yeah.
It's kind of,
The only thing I could think of is they to get into Walmart, they probably had to make some. And it is speculation, again, giving them a better rate if they bought X amount of volume. You know what I mean? If it's going to be in X amount of stores, oh hey, instead of this price, we're going to cut off, this much more. So Walmart's got a lot more room to mark down if they need to. Where unfortunately the smaller mom and pop shops and stuff like that, we're kind of constricted on this is the price you are supposed to sell it for. You really shouldn't be selling it below that. If you are, that's kind of going against our guidelines. So
yeah, because
that,
I remember Bits and Buttons, which is one comic, store, action figure store around here. This area is really, really famous. I remember the owner was complaining with McFarlane because he's like, man, I'm stuck with this pile of McFarlane figures and like at 20 something dollars. And then out of the blue, you have the same figures at Ross for $5 or $3.
yeah,
Like, how I'm going to compete with that? And then I need to eat these figures now because I'm not gonna be able to sell them.
yeah, that's kind of like, so for Articulate Empire, that's kind of what made me kind of gear towards independent toy companies.
Mm-hmm.
Just for the fact that you see so many things that are peg warming, or you have to buy X amount of cases just to be able to carry anything like that. And then you're seeing a lot of that stuff get clearanced out, or you're seeing it at Ross and everything like that. I want things where it's a new intellectual property, fairly new, and again, it's going to have more of that organic feel to it with everything. It's almost like think of it like a rock band. It got really big and now it's kind of branching out little by little. Like with Mythic Legions, when it started off, it was very small, but now we got a whole convention based on it. With everything, and again, it's new lore. So you got new stories. A lot of you got to think with nostalgia. Yeah, it has a run, but once that nostalgia gets so far gone, where's that fan base at? Is it going to be shrinking, or is it going to reinvent itself? Where if you have a new stuff coming out, like Valaverse, Savage Crucible, Mythic Legions, all those kind of things, those are relatively new. And again, the story is still developing. It's not something that's been done and done and done and done again. It's something fairly new, and they're still growing in the process. So I think that leaves a lot more opportunity for something like that. Where for me, like me personally, after Endgame on the Avengers Endgame, I was kind of superheroed out with all the movies and everything. I was like, I need a little break from that. And that's kind of why I started segueing more into the myth and fantasy. And I'm like, man, this is new. It's fresh. Like, think about like how even with Warhammer, it's been out for like
Yeah.
30, 40 years. it was something brand new to me. So I'm like, oh damn, I'm gonna dive into that. You know what I mean? It's something that you didn't hear a lot about over and over again.
Yeah, I mean, with Warhammer, I think the Joy Toy figures, I mean, they're not that old, to be honest with you. I think
No,
they started like a few years ago.
probably 3 or
Um,
4, if that.
yeah, like 4 years ago, or maybe 3 years ago, but they went all out.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, they went all out. I mean, you have releases pretty much every 3 weeks.
yeah. I
And
mean, they have enough characters to where they can do that. There's gonna come a point where either they're gonna have to go with a whole new saga in the Warhammer lore. You know, there's gonna come a point when they don't have any more Space Wolves to you make or any more
no, I
bloody.
mean, they're basing their figures on the miniatures.
Yeah,
So I know they release certain amount of miniatures like with certain frequency, right?
right.
So I mean they're based on that. So I guess that's one of the things. Like depending on how many miniatures you have, is the same amount of action figures you're gonna have from Joy Toy. You know,
Right.
because that's one of the pains where we're always asking, especially us Joy Toy collectors, like we're asking for the Emperor, but the Emperor doesn't have a miniature. So that's gonna be kind of like a hard one,
Yeah.
you know. Like, but I mean, it is what it is. I mean, Jorge said, let's say, who picking up the Boogeyman and Egon from Mondo and the Evil Lean is insane. Jay, you pick up the Ghostbuster figures?
I'm going to be on the fence on that one for a long time. I mean, like right now, and I said it in my video. I said in my video, Mondo's making me choose between my children, man. Like that's crazy. Like and this is like the second time they've done that, right? Same thing with Hasbro. Hasbro has done the same thing. Hasbro has they one and they did it crazy. They had the Rancor, they had the Sky Striker, and then they had the what's it called, the at the time, what was it, the Rancor, the Sky Striker, and the Ghostbusters
Oh,
proton pack,
oh
right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
All at the same time. Are you guys crazy? Like seriously, they're like I think these toy companies got to remember cross fandom is a thing. You can like more than one thing, and
Yeah.
the problem with that is you're going to buy more than one thing. So the problem here is uh, stop making me choose between my kids because I don't want to kill one of my kids. Okay, like that's
Mhm.
just not going to happen. Right? I'm not going to leave one of my kids behind on the school bus. Right? That's it. Exactly. So I'm so glad that the Ghostbusters is 30 days and Evelyn is at least 10 days because Evelyn is already going to be hard enough for me to swallow, but I need Evelyn, right? So I'm going to get the Evelyn, and then after that, I'm going to wait all the way till the end because I need that extra. And I said it. I can, and you know what? This is the thing. Um, and you know what? They make fun of me all the time for this. I'm very critical about how they release their release schedule. I'm very critical about that. 2 weeks is not enough time for the for
Mhm.
the for the for the cost of the figures that they
For the
are.
amount of money.
For the amount of money, 2 weeks is not enough time. You have to give us at least a month ahead of time just to plan out because we have pre-orders from Big Victor Store, we have pre-orders from Entertainment Earth, we have pre-orders from Mattel Creations, we have
Mythic,
pre-orders from Hasbro Pulse.
Mythic Legions, Marvel Legends, you name
Everybody,
it.
everybody.
Everybody.
So
Everybody.
and those are only $30 a figure, $40 a figure. You're asking me to shell out $200 for a Ghostbuster figure, 6 inch, right?
Mhm.
And the Boogeyman, which I need the Boogeyman because that thing scared the crap out of me when I was a kid. So and then you're asking for a 265 for Evelyn, and I need Evelyn because Tila's got to fight somebody, right? So crazy, crazy.
Look at break.
I hear you, brother. But you're still like even if you leave him behind, you're gonna go pick him back up at the mall.
Yeah,
You're still gonna go
listen,
back for him.
this is the thing. This is the thing. How many lines Mondo have going on at the same time? We have the animated series Spider-Man. We have the Masters of the Universe 1/6.
Mhm.
We have the X-Men.
Yeah.
We have the Ghostbusters 112. What else?
Don't they have like the vinyl? Oh, what's the Like
There's
they're like snatch.
the Fubi type of figures.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much like 5 lines, and now add that we're gonna have the 112 Masters of the Universe 2000X. So if you're a Mondo fan, you have two 112 lines that you need to worry about, plus pretty much 5 1/6 scale lines. So aside from everything else you collect, that's tough.
That is tough. And then that's kind of, again, it gets to the point where you get almost exhausted from having to choose, or have to maybe sell something else to maybe fund the new must-have figure and everything like that. And it gets a little exhausting. It's like there's some folks that are out there that are completionists, and my hat's off to them. Again, to be able to pull that off in this day and age is kind of crazy. But you have to kind of pick your why. What do you want your collection to be? Do you want it to be all inclusive with everything, or do you want to say, hey, I'm lightning focused on this particular line and I'm sticking to that?
And Damien, look, and Thundercats. I totally forgot about Thundercats. Yeah. Thundercats just started. So
Jorge, so mad you forgot about that.
I'm sorry. But it is crazy. Like imagine poor Jay. Jay loved Thundercats and Jay loved Masters of the Universe. So he needs to worry about 2 main lines with 1/6 scale figures that they're around $260 each.
Yeah, and then having space for all that. I dabble with 1/6 here and there, but man, it gets to the point where you get a few of those and like, man, that's taking up way too much space.
I mean, you need to get rid of those Batmans that you have on that shelf and send it to me so I can take care of them, and you can open space for your shelf.
You're right. My wife was like, "Hey, so when are you gonna get rid of these?" I'm like, "These probably aren't going anywhere."
Give them away to your friends.
Yeah. Here's a nice little paperweight for you. A 50-pound paperweight.
But yeah, I mean, Jay, like, how are you gonna do it? Tell me.
That's the problem, right? It's just I have to, honestly, I have to pick and choose. I have to decide which figures. Like right now, I'm scared that Many Faces is going to be next, and I am losing my mind, right? And then with 2000X, I mean, what the hell, right? And again, Ghostbusters, right? So Ghostbusters, at least, there's not too many more I need to think about. I mean, like, I think I'm out. I think I'll be out at Janine and Tully, right?
Lies.
I think I'll
lies.
I'm gonna try anyway, but I think that I don't even think Tully showed up in the show, right? So I think Janine is gonna probably be the last one, right?
Wait, who was in the show?
If I don't think Tully ever showed up in the cartoon. I don't think he ever did, right? I know Janine Melnitz was a Ghostbuster in her dreams, right? And she ended up becoming one, but I don't think that. I think that that's going to be it. Like, there's no other real figures that they're going to be mostly ghosts, right? I think they're going to be mostly ghosts.
So now, hang on. When they're releasing the Ghostbuster, are they packing it with a ghost as well too, or is that
if you buy the retail version? There's the ghost is only in the trap, right? Okay. There's a really tiny ghost, and you get the extra ghost like Slimer or the blue ghost. When the giant ghosts, they're exclusive to Mondo.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And it's about $100. Like, if you break it down, it's about $100 a figure,
which is pretty much another figure, like a separate figure.
Yeah.
But man, that's tough. It's tough because you have 2 big, like 1/6 lines, plus you have the Ghostbuster line, and if you, I mean, of course, you're gonna collect the 1/12 Masters of the Universe line. So it's like Thanos, my friend. Inevitable. Right?
Inevitable. Yeah. It's just one of those things. I gotta pace myself, man. Like, we're not made of money. Not all of us are made of money, but I love it. I love what they do.
Yeah.
I love what they do. So, I'm not a fan of their release schedule, but I love what they do, right? So I have to be really picky at this
Yeah.
time. At this time, I have to be really
Does
picky.
Mondo
So
have
what's your
payment plans?
like, for example, what's your solution? Because none of us are like rich, right? So what will you do, like, if you have like releases that you actually want? Like, you're gonna skip one of the lines, or you're gonna cherry pick here and there? What you gonna do?
That's the thing, right? Like, what am I gonna do? Like, what's any of us gonna do? Right?
I
None of
would,
us are rich, right? So,
yeah.
like I said, if Manny Faces comes out next, I don't know, like, because I have to have Manny Face. He's my favorite character. He's my absolute favorite character. I had to pass on Buzz Off. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it because I love Buzz Off too, but I could not do it. There was another figure I had to pick up. You know what I mean? Like, it sucks.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'll end up doing, Carlos, is I'm going to go to your fan group. I'm going to go to your fan group and see if there's anybody who's selling their collection. That's probably what's going to happen, right?
Yeah. 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 That's the thing. Like when I'm like trying to pick and choose, if it does come down to I've got a few different options, I really kind of think about like what is gonna be the hardest to get on the aftermarket. Like after the fact, if it sells out, which one is going to be the toughest one for me to get? And then it's
Hmm.
like, then it kind of goes into, do I need it or do I want it? Kind of thing. So those are the two things that I kind of try to decipher if I'm going to try to pick or choose between one or the other. Like, is it going to be harder for me to get down the road compared to the other one? And the thing is with Mondo, with the Motu 2000X and then the Ghostbusters fairly new, it's harder to say what that aftermarket is going to look like. With Mondo, I feel like it spiked up a little bit. I feel like it's calmed down a little bit on some of those aftermarket ones. I could be wrong. I haven't kept up with it in a while, but it's there's going to be that initial demand, and it really kind of depends on how many they make. So
Yeah, I mean, listen, I was yesterday on a show, the Tom with Skelly, and he was telling me that he just sold his Skeletor Deluxe for $250, $260.
so retail, so a little less than retail. Right?
That's insane.
Yeah, that used to be a $400 figure at one point. Yeah.
Listen, crazy. Well, Damian says, what if Mondo make Whiplash, Jay? What you gonna do?
What you gonna do?
What you gonna do, brother?
I told you I'm gonna have to go on Carlos's fan page and beg somebody. I mean, look, what really helps is the payment plan, right?
Yes.
And because I'm in Canada, it's not always as cut and dry. That's the really big problem. When like at one point they literally went all in on PayPal, and I had no payment plan. That was the biggest problem for me, right?
Mm.
So but then I learned this trick where I log out and all of a sudden Cecil comes back up. I don't know why that is, but that's what happens. It's so strange. But without that payment plan, I can't do it. I can't do it on a regular. There's no way. It's impossible.
Yeah, it is impossible. Chef says, if you can't pick up, you will leave. We all leave. Gotta find happiness in what you have, not what you want. Well, that's a good and smart way to see it. And
very much.
And
payment plans in this day and age are, I think, pretty crucial. With as many different lines that are out there and many different interests that we all have, it's kind of, to make it all work, I think that the payment plans are kind of a necessity with everything, so that's why, on Articulate Empire, we have the PayPal, we have Shop Pay, those different options with everything, so you can kind of branch it out a little bit. We're even thinking about implementing a new kind of pre-order system, where initially we were doing like anywhere from like $5 to $10 for a down payment for a figure. Then we charge you the rest when it comes in. We're trying to work with a new system to where we give you the option where you could pay $5 or $10 for a deposit, or you could pay in full, when you go and pre-order, and then we ship it out once it releases with everything, to kind of give you the option. There's a lot of times for me in particular, if I'm going to pre-order something, I almost want to pay for it in full, and just, if I forget about it, I forget about it. I don't want to have something 6 months to a year down the road, like, oh crap, now I've got this and this coming in. What am I going to do?
That's horrible. That's horrible.
Terrible feeling.
and everything hits at the same time.
Exactly. And that's like with Mezco, they would give you the option to pay in full, with PayPal, at the time. And I think it's still the same like that. Yes, correct, with PayPal.
PayPal credit.
Yeah, yeah. So they give you options with that, so that's why we definitely wanted to use them on the site as well too. Again, payment plans, the paying for. I think some of them have like the PayPal monthly if it's a certain dollar amount, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not entirely sure if that's still a thing anymore. But yeah, so that's kind of some different options out there to make things a little more feasible with everything. Because yeah, with the cost of figures going up and up, and as many lines that are coming out, it's challenging for sure.
Yeah, if you don't have the money to pay $50 for a Spider-Man maximum, just stay with your retro car of Spider-Man, right? And enjoy what you have.
Exactly. And again, it's like this new, the accessory count is the big thing with that. The retro card, I feel like the articulation was very similar. Maybe like, did that one have toe joint? Did we say that? Yeah. So it's not too far off. You're really
not the retro card. The retro card, the only thing that the retro card is missing is the toe hinge.
Was it the two-pack?
The two-pack one with, I think this is with Wen.
Okay, yeah.
This one comes with all the articulation, yeah.
Gotcha.
And the toe hinge. I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is.
Interesting stuff, for sure.
Oh, yeah, totally. But yeah, guys, I mean, Lord Hoggle, what's up, man? How's everything? So yeah, guys, I mean, crazy days. I know, Jay, you need to go, like you say, 45 minutes, but you stay the whole time with us, and you are amazing. Yeah,
he's I was supposed to go. I didn't go.
Yeah, you're amazing, dude. So yeah, I mean, again, guys, thank you to the chat. I mean, you guys are being awesome. We will stay more, but honestly, I need to wake up super early tomorrow because I need to go somewhere like super early. I think my favorite spider is the one from Amazing Friends set. Oh, that one is really cool. Also,
that's a good one too.
Yeah, that one's a really cool, awesome. Damian Beers, cheers, my friend. So yeah, thank you so much to the chat. I mean, you guys are awesome. As always, sharing your thoughts with us here, like talking, chatting, making jokes, everything. I mean, you guys are amazing. Jay, always, man, thank you so much. You're family to me. You're the best. Steve, my brother, as always supporting. I mean, we miss JP, but JP was doing daddy stuff, which is good. That's good. That's good. Get rest, Carlos. What it says, Brick. Always an awesome show. Thank you so much, man. We need to have you here on the show, dude. Like, you know what? Next show, we need to have a Brick on the show. What about that? Definitely. He's the most informative person in the whole toy community. Let me tell you.
I like looking at his Legos in the background too.
He always knows everything. Every time we have a doubt about something, he always look for the answers. So yeah. Again, I mean, and of course, from the realm. Yesterday we were on the Tom with Skelly in his show. We were talking about the toy line. We were talking about everything. I mean, we have so many good news we need to share with you guys. I mean, we're aiming pretty much maybe like, I would say March or something like that. Around that time, we need to wait for what's going on with of course, the dragon from Mythic Legions. So we don't want to interfere with that pre-order. Of course, we're not gonna put that vampire to fight dragon, right? So it's incredible. I mean, we have so many cool ideas. JP and me, we were talking a lot yesterday on the show. Go to Skeleton Collectibles on YouTube. He had a great show with us yesterday, me and JP, talking about the line, talking about Toylanta, actually, that we're going to be, of course, with our friends right here, Mega J Retro, Articulated Times, and we're going to be there. I mean, guys, are you excited for that?
I'm pumped.
I am so excited, and you know what? We're probably gonna hopefully be on the same table. Maybe
Yes.
we'll all just hang out and have fun, and you guys can see us all there. And guys, don't forget, pick up a shirt over on Articulated Time,
Articulated Empires.
the Articulated Empire, right?
The pre-order for that ended in January, at the end of January. That's an old post.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're gonna have the new one, which is the one with the vampire. Can you show that one, Jay, please?
Yeah, right here. We can
That one. That one is gonna be an exclusive shirt for Toylanta.
Oh, perfect.
It's gonna be a new design. We're still deciding on putting the logo in the front with the vampire, or on the back and the vampire on the front. So we're kind of like choosing between that. So we're gonna give the people the option to choose which one you want, which one you will like the most. So we're gonna put that post. If it's not already on the Facebook group or the Instagram, I think JP may be put that up already. So again, follow us on Facebook. We have a Facebook group from the realm. Also follow us on Instagram from the realm. Same, so you can have all the news, all the updates from the Kickstarter. We can't wait to show you everything we have planned for this storyline. I mean, it's gonna be incredible. It's gonna be amazing. I mean, we have so many good people backing us, like helping us, supporting us. We have Articulated Empire, Articulated Times, Steve, Mega J, I mean, Brick, everybody, Jason from Spiro Toys. We have all the Four Horsemen also supporting, all the Mythic Legions Cabal fans supporting us. Man, we have so many people. Thank you so much. We're super, super thankful and super humble for your support. Right there, that's the prototypes we took for Legions Con at the table of Steve Mang. Right there, my boy. Thank you so much for having us there.
Dude, it was a pleasure.
Who's that
man.
guy?
Yeah.
Who's that guy? So again, guys, thank you so much. Mega J, tell us what's going on, what you're having, your plans. I know you have a very cool show, and I was talking actually with one of my friends from Panama, Pablo, and he's like, I really enjoy the dynamic between you and Danny. He was watching the little shorts that you have, and I mean, it is really awesome. He's enjoying that so much.
Danny was awesome. Sure. I bumped into him. Yeah, he's a nice guy.
Yeah, for sure. Danny and I are doing a brand new show on Titan Toys YouTube channel, and you can bring it up right now, Carlos, if you want.
Yes, sure.
And yeah, basically, it's called Titans Talking Toys. And last week we talked all about the brand new release of wow, where did it go? We talked all about actually we had the legendary the
Meta Travelers.
Yeah, we had the Meta Travelers, both Jeremy and Marco. They were there. We interviewed them and talked about all the new releases and the schedule and how the line is going. We also talked about the new Ken figure who's coming out from the Storm
Collectibles.
Yeah, the 1/12 scale Storm Collectibles, Storm Arena. So really excited about that, and of course the GI Joe release day. We also talked about on the previous episode. We talked about Thundercats Masters Universe, which is just awesome, and of course the other horror line that really made a Hail Mary pass in order to get funded. What were they called again?
Cursed Dead.
Yes, exactly. The cursed dead. Great toy line and will work really well with From the Realm. And even prior to that, we talked about Power Girl selling out in such a short time, as well as the we featured Carlos and his photography for the Kingdom Come Superman, and of course the Maximum.
Oh, thank you so much. I didn't know that. You never told me, dude.
Always, brother. You saw the short. You saw the short.
Of course, I saw it.
It's right here. It's right here, right? So, guys, definitely check out Titans Talking Toys on Titan Toys YouTube page. We have a lot of fun there. Danny, my good friend Danny, as you can see there. Danny's going to be at PowerCon and of course Toylanta, and we're going to have a crazy time there, and we hope to see you there. I'm going to try and organize a panel with Carlos and JP for PowerCon, and yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun. We hope to see you guys there. And of course, guys, don't forget, subscribe to the Badass Reviews, and of course, check out Steve over at Articulated Times. Definitely, Steve, you have an online store, or you just
yeah.
So
online
definitely,
store.
Yeah,
Articulated Empire.
Articulated Empire. Definitely check out Articulated Empire and subscribe. Head over to these guys. They're doing God's work.
Steve Mang, tell us what's going on with Articulated Times and Articulated Empire.
Man, so just we keep crushing at the toy photography with everything. Tomorrow, kind of a big day for Mythic Legion's retailers. We're working on the 2025 retailer exclusive wave that should go live tomorrow, and then that's going to be up from the 14th till March 14th. So we've definitely got a short window with that. We got different color variants of Frankenstein, Anubis, Bassett. We also have I forget the name of the character. It looks like Snake Man, and then the other character.
I think that's an homage to some character from Masters of the Universe.
It looked like it. It looked like it would go Snake
right?
Man and then the Horde, right? So I mean, I think that's definitely a nice, some nice tributes there.
Like
I think
Cobra Khan.
Yeah. So we've got that dropping tomorrow. Then after that, sometime here soon, Necronominous, hopefully either end of February, early March. Retailers should hopefully be getting those in sometime soon. I think from what Jeremy was saying on Mythic Conversations last night, they're still waiting on a few containers to show in before they're shipping everything out, but we're getting really, really, really close. And if you've seen any of the pictures online with everything, this is a must-have wave for sure. And then for the Empire, March is going to be jam-packed for us. We're starting off at Geek Meet Indy, March 1st and 2nd.
Nice.
We're doing the Columbus Toy and Game Show March 16th. I'll be attending Muskegon March 22nd.
Wow.
And then at the end of the month, I'll be at Toylanta. I'll be setting up 3 days there. So the 28th through the 30th, I'll be on the Power.
Yeah, we're gonna be yeah. It's gonna be from. I think we're gonna set it up earlier, right? 27, I think.
Yeah, well, I think the 27th, if it's like how it was last year, it was kind of like a half day. It didn't start till like 6 or 7.
The 27, yeah, 27 till the 31st or something like that. It's weird.
I feel like the 30th. But again, March is going to be jam-packed full with everything. So we definitely have a lot of opportunity there. So if you are anywhere in those areas, we're definitely going to have Necronominous. We're going to have Valaverse. We have Series 5 coming in with some exclusives with that.
Nice.
Sometime soon, I would imagine we're going to be getting Wave 2 of Savage Crucible. I don't have a hard date on that yet, but that's definitely
on the Barbarians, right?
Say again?
The Barbarians.
Yes. Yeah, the Wave 2 should be coming here very, very soon. And then I would imagine there's talk of another conclusive. So we'll have to see.
Nice. Awesome, man. Well, guys, I mean, again, awesome to have you here, guys. I mean, again, thank you so much for being part of the Toy Addicts family. I mean, you guys are incredible. You guys on the chat, thank you so much for being with us, and see you in the next time. Bye, guys.
Peace.
Geek proud, everybody.